Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create this online banking software complete with admin control, complete with admin dashboard, user dashboard, and also the ability for the admin to fund and credit and debit the user's account. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how this new software works. I'm going to be showing you the front end. I'm going to be showing you the user dashboard, the admin dashboard, and also how you can set up this software in your own cPanel in less than 30 minutes. Okay, so you can see this is the front end. You can see the front end of the bank. It's completely and beautifully done. You get, so you don't really need to stress yourself trying to get content, trying to get pictures and all that. You can see this is a bank that is done perfectly well. All the write-up is on point, the pictures are on point. You can go through all the pages and you can see that it has different pages filled with content, filled with the right content for each page, as it should be. Okay, so now I'm not going to waste too much time on this front end. I'm going to take you straight to the user dashboard and I'm going to show you how the user gets to create an account, how the user gets to log in, how the admin gets to restrict a user's account, how the admin can freeze a user's account, stop a user from making transactions and all that. Okay, so I'm going to take you into each step one after the other. Okay, so now let's go to the user dashboard. Okay, so now you see you can actually choose to log in with your internet ID, or you can choose to log in with your email access. Okay, your internet ID is your account number and then your password, or you can choose to log in with your email address, which is your the email address of the account and the password also. So I'm going to log in with the email address right here. Now this is the user dashboard, so I'm going to be showing you the functions of the user dashboard, what the user can actually do via their dashboard. Okay, now if you actually check this out on mobile view, you check this out on your mobile phone, you can see that the alignment is perfect. Okay, you can see the alignment is perfect. It's like a mobile bank. Okay, so it's actually very mobile responsive and it's perfect for a mobile use. Okay, so now let's go back to our desktop view and let's see the functions of the user dashboard. Okay, so now I'm going to go to send money. Now you can see my total balance is $19,000. Okay, so I'm going to go to send money. You can see you can actually do interbank transfer. So interbank transfer is actually transferring from this particular bank account to another bank in this same bank. Okay, so if I have my bank uploaded in a cPanel and I have two different accounts, two different users registered, I can transfer money from one user to the other user. Okay, so now that is how interbank transfer works. Now also you have domestic transfer. Now this is transferring from your bank to a different bank. Okay, so now for example, I'm a user and I want to make a transfer. I can actually decide to make a transfer to a different user. All I have to do is put in the bank name, put in the bank name, the account number, and the account name of the person that I'm transferring to, put in my amount, put in my account type, then also put in my country. Now you also have transfer fee. Now this transfer fee can be set from the admin dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you make a transfer, the transfer fee is automatically deducted from the user's account also. Okay, now let's go back. I'm going to show you the different transfer options that we have. Now you can see we have wire transfer. Now wire transfer, you have cryptocurrency, you have check payments, and you have Rosano Bank service charge. Okay, now so next we're going to be going to history. We're going to see the history of this particular account. Okay, now you can see I have made no transactions here, so my inflow is 0, my outflow is 0. Okay, so now let's make a transfer and let's see how it looks. Okay, so we're going to make a transfer. Now this is my limit. Okay, so the admin can actually set up the limit per each account from the admin dashboard also. My account type is savings, yes, and I have no transaction yet. Okay, so when I start making transfers, you're going to see it's going to show up in my transaction history. Okay, now so we're going to make a transfer. Now we're going to see how the transaction history actually appears. Okay, so I'm just going to put in an account number. Okay, no, this is interbank. Okay, domestic transfer. Okay, so I'm going to put in an account number. Okay, so I'm going to put in the account name right here. Okay, so I'm going to put in the bank name also. So let's choose Britain Standard. Then I'm going to call this, okay, let's say we're transferring 5,000. Okay, Let's see, account type, let's go savings, country, let's just pick this. Now let's click on proceed. Now reset is you want to fill in the details again, and proceed is let's go to the next level. Okay, so now I'm going to click on proceed. Now it's also showing you preview the details you just imputed. Are you sure you want to send this to are you sure you want to send this amount to this person with this particular fee? Are the details correct? You see, just like an actual bank will actually ask you to preview your transaction before you make payments. Okay, now you also have your reference ID right here. Okay, so now I'm going to click on proceed. Perfect. So now you can see it's asking for an OTP. Okay, so it's asking for an OTP. So now I'm actually going to put in this open. Now the OTP has been sent to my email, so I'm just going to come here and I'm going to put in the OTP that was sent to my email. Okay, so now this is the email of this particular account. So whatever email is attached to the account, an OTP is going to be sent to that email. Now mind you, you can remove OTP and instead make it a billing format instead. So you allow it asks for COT, IMF, and the rest. Okay, so it depends on whatever the admin wants for that particular user. Okay, so you can see the domestic transfer. Now you can see my recent transactions. You can see domestic transfer that was just made, and you can see 5,000 error, and you can also see my balance as also reduced. Okay, so you can see how wonderful it is. Very straightforward and very easy to manipulate. Okay, so now we're going to go to hard money. Now hard money, this is making a deposit to your account. Now you can either make a deposit, a crypto deposit, a bank transfer, or a check payment. Okay, now for the crypto deposit, the admin actually has the ability to add the particular wallet address, the particular wallet, the particular currency they want their users to use. Okay, so now all I have to do as a user is put in the amount I want to deposit, select my crypto type. Is it Bitcoin, is it Ethereum, or is it any of the crypto type that the admin has put in from the admin end. Okay, and then once I select the particular wallet, the particular crypto type I want, the admin wallet that's already been fed into the database is going to pop up right here. So from the admin dashboard, I can actually change the crypto wallet or add more crypto wallets and add the crypto wallet address that I want users to make payments to. Okay, now also as the user, I get to upload my payment screenshot. So once I have made my transaction, I can upload my payment screenshots right here, and then I put in my transaction pin, and my transaction pin is my 4-digit pin that I logged in with at the beginning. Okay, so that is that, and I can click on proceed. It's going to take you to transaction preview your transaction. Are you sure about this? And then you go on from there. Okay, so now up next I'm going to be showing you the next feature we have on this user dashboard. Okay, now loan. Now you see loan. Now as a user, I can actually request for a loan, and I can also pay for a loan that I have already requested for before that has been given to me. Now you can see I have no recent loan, I have no transaction yet. So let's see how we can request for a loan. Okay, so now what is the amount I want for this particular loan? Let's say I want 60,000. Okay, 600,000 rather. And then what is the purpose for this? Okay, let's say I need it for housing. Okay, and I can click on proceed. Now preview. Are you sure of what you're asking for? Then you have your reference ID. I'm going to click on proceed again, and then it's going to ask for my pin, and I'm going to put in my pin, and I'm going to click on confirm transaction. Perfect. Now transaction processing. You'll be redirected in 15 seconds. Now we're going to wait to be redirected to our page. Now you see recent transaction, I just asked for a loan of 600,000. Okay, so now from the admin dashboard, the admin is going to be able to either approve or decline this loan request. Okay, now also you can get to talk to your customer agent. So click on customer, need help, and you can talk to your customer agent. So you see here you have need help. Now this is more of a customer support part. Now this is the customer support part. Now I can open a ticket, I can open a ticket, I can send an email, and I can also go for WhatsApp support. Okay, so whatever number that you put in when you're setting, when you're configuring your database file, that is what is going to show here. So that's what is going to redirect there for WhatsApp support. Okay, so make sure you put a valid WhatsApp number for that. Okay, now also your email is also going to redirect to whatever email you feed in your DB configuration. Okay, and then also you have open ticket. Now open ticket is you talking directly to the admin via your dashboard. Okay, so now this is my email, and I can put in my message, whatever the issue is. Okay, and I click on create, and that is all. Okay, that is all. If you come down here, you can see my cards. Now you can see that I have no cards yet. Okay, I have no cards yet, but I can request for a card. Now when I request for a card, the admin actually gets to accept or reject my request for a card. Okay, so that is there. And then also you have settings. Now under settings, do you want your interface to be dark mode or light mode? Okay, so you can actually set this up right here. And then you have your user details. You can actually set up your user details right here also. Okay, you can set up your user details right here also. Now that is all for the user dashboard. So up next, we're going to be going to the admin dashboard. I'm going to show you how the admin dashboard functions. Okay, so now we're in the admin dashboard. Now this is the admin dashboard. You can see the different this like a summary, an overview of all that's going on in this particular admin's dashboard. Okay, now you can see, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see quick mail. Now quick mail allows you to send an email to any of your users here. Okay, so now, so in this particular bank, I only have one user. Okay, I only have one registered user, but when you have like a lot of registered users, you're going to see all of them listed out here, and you can click any one of them and send a mail. And as far as your mail setting is perfectly done, the mail is going to send immediately to the person's inbox. Okay, so all you have to do is fill in the subject, fill in the message, and then you click on send. Okay, now we're also going to check, you can see the total balance. Now total balance is the balance of all your registered users. Now if you remember the user we just the user's account we were in a few minutes ago, you can see that the balance there was 14,000. Okay, so and because that's the only user in this particular bank, that is the total balance. Now assuming I had like 3-4 users and they all add money in their balance, the total balance that they have is actually going to show up here. Then you have users registration, you have just one user. You have total wire, the total wire transfer that has been done so far in this bank is 0. The total domestic transfer that has been done is 5. Total pending deposit, so has there been a deposit that has been made that the admin has not approved of, is going to show up here. Total deposit, okay, it's going to show up here. Total stock and total loan, it's all going to show up here. Okay, so now number one thing we're going to do is we're going to check out the how to credit and debit a user, how to check out the different bank transactions that are going on, how the crypto deposits, how you can approve, reject, or pay or see the pending deposits, the crypto withdrawals, and stocks and loan. Okay, so we're going to check out every single aspect of the admin dashboard. Okay, so now let's start off with credit and debit a user. So we're going to credit and we're going to debit this particular user that we have here. Okay, so this, I've selected the user, so let's credit the user with 40,000. Let's say the sender's name is Vince Henry, description is free money, and dates. So okay, so I can actually backdate to any date I want. Okay, I can actually backdate to any date I want. So I'm going to put in this date, I'm going to put in this time, and I'm going to say PM. Okay, then I'm going to credit that particular user. Perfect, accounts funded successfully. So now if I go back to the dashboard, you're going to see, you see the total balance for this user has actually increased. Okay, so now let's go, let's check out something else. Let's check bank transactions. Okay, no interbank transaction has been made. But now once you have a lot of registered transactions and a lot of registered users and they're making transactions, it's going to show up here under interbank transaction. Okay, now the transaction we actually made was domestic transactions. So if I check it out here from the admin, I'm going to see this is the the transaction that was made. Okay, this transaction that was made. Now I can actually edit this transaction also. I can edit this transaction also. I can change the date of this transaction to something else, so I can actually backdate. Now I can accept the transaction. Now it shows that it is processing. Okay, now I can choose to accept it, so it shows on the user end as this transaction actually went through. Okay, or I can put the transaction on hold, and it's going to show at the user end that this transaction is on hold, it did not go through. I can decline the transaction. Okay, I can decline the transaction, and I can also update it when I have changed anything that I want to change in the transaction details. Okay, so now I'm just going to accept this. Perfect. Okay, now you see this one changed to transaction completed. Okay, so now let's check out crypto deposit. Now remember that we have actually not done any deposits. We have actually not done any we've actually not tried to make a deposit via the user's account. Okay, so obviously this place is going to be blank now. But once, if I had made a deposit with the user's account, you'll have seen the list of the transactions that I've made, all the deposits I've tried to make via crypto. You'll have seen them all listed out here. Okay, now also if I try to make a withdrawal from a user's account, it's also going to show up here when I come to approved withdrawal or pending withdrawal. So pending withdrawal is going to be a list of all of them until I approve it. So once I approve it, it moves from pending withdrawal to approved withdrawal. Okay, then I can also reject it if I want to. Okay, so now that is that. Then also let's go to stocks and loan. Now remember the loan that the user actually requested for. Okay, you can see transaction processing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to either delete it. If I delete it, is that automatically tells the user that your loan was rejected. Okay, it was declined. Or I can come here and I can click on hold, I can click on accept, and once I do this, you see this text messages, you see this message here. All I have to do is copy this message, and then I can send this message straight to that particular user to tell the user that your loan has been approved successfully. Or I can decide to come up with my own write-up if that is what I actually want to do. But this is just an easy thing that you can just send to the user to let the user know that your loan has been approved. Okay, so now I can click on accept and the loan will be approved. Nice. So up next we're going to go to stocks. Now this allows the admin to actually add different stocks that the user can actually invest in. Okay, now this allows the admin to add different stocks that the users can actually invest in, and then from the users end they can actually see the list of stocks and then decide to actually invest or not invest. Okay, now you can see stock from Walmart, you can see stock from Starlink, stocks from Facebook, you can see the percentage you are placing there, you can see the date that it was added, and you can also see the price. So you're saying for this particular price you're getting 7%, for this particular price you're getting 1%, and all that. Okay, so I can add new stocks if I want to, and I can also delete old stocks also. Okay, now also I'm going to go to virtual cards. Now remember I told you the user can actually request for a virtual card. Now if I had requested for a virtual card from the user dashboard, you'd have seen it listed out here. So once you have yours set up, all you have to do is go through these processes, go through each feature, so you can see how the user side works and how the admin side works perfectly well. Okay, now we're going to go down straight to SMTP setting. Okay, so SMTP setting, we're going to go down to the very important part of this setup. Okay, because this is what will determine if your mail is going to send or your mail is not going to send. Because for this bank, once a user registers, you get a mail. Once a user logs into his or her account, she or she gets a mail also. Once a credit or debit transaction is made, a mail is sent. So for every little transaction, every little transaction that is made, a mail is sent, and that mail sending is dependent on your hosting server, your hosting mail server, and also your SMTP settings. Okay, so you have to ensure first and foremost that your SMTP setting is perfectly done. Okay, you have to ensure your SMTP setting is perfectly done. Now display name, when you send email, what name do you want your what name do you want the user to see as? This is where the mail is coming from. Okay, so now you see Rosano Banking Services, this is there. Then you have SMTP host. Okay, now your SMTP host is your domain name. So the domain name of your cPanel is what you put here as your SMTP host. Okay, so domain name of the domain name you are using is what you put here as SMTP host. Okay, you don't need to put anything, you don't need to put the HTTP access, nothing, just your domain name, whatever your domain name is, .com or .top or whatever, you just put it here as your SMTP host. Okay, now your SMTP port is 465 or 587, it depends. Now 465 is for SSL and 587 is for TLS. Okay, so if you are using 465, make sure what is written here is SSL, but if you change this to TLS, make sure what is here is 587. Okay, so you have to take note of that. Now your SMTP username is the email that you have created on your cPanel. Okay, so you have to make sure the email you created it's correct. Just copy and paste word for word, copy and paste. Okay, and then also your email, where is your email from, the same as your username. All you have to do is copy and paste. Then also your SMTP password is the password you use to create that particular email on your cPanel. So I used 12345 as what I was using to create my mail at freetutors.tech. Okay, so whatever you're putting as your SMTP password, ensure that is what you used when you were creating your email. Okay, and then all you have to do is click on save settings and you are good to go. So now up next we're going to go to system settings. Now system setting is where you can set up your bank name, set up your email. Okay, what's the email you want people to see when they come to your site? This is where you set it up from. Your request card fee, when somebody requests for a virtual card, how much are you charging the person, the percentage, you put it up here. Now wire transfer fee, what's your wire transfer fee? 3%. What's your domestic transfer fee? 2%. Your system currency, what's the currency you are using? So whatever your currency is, you can come and put it right here, but I'm going to leave mine in dollar. Okay, what is your loan limit? What is the limit you are giving for loan? Okay, you can actually put it right here. Domestic transfer limit, what is your domestic transfer limit? Your wire transfer limit, you can put all that here. Now Twilio config option. Now if you want your system to send if you want the system to send SMSs, okay, not just email, you want them to actually have SMS alerts also, you're going to put this on, and then you're going to put in the API for your Twilio configuration. Okay, now also you see the different things that you can actually set up on or off. Do you want user transfer option? Do you want the user to be able to make transfer, or you want to turn it off for your bank? You can turn it off here. Do you want tax code option on or off? You can turn it on or off right here. Okay, so you have billing code option. Now billing code is all the COT, tax, and so if you turn off billing code, you're automatically turning it off for all these other ones. Okay, and you just want just transfer to go straight up. Okay, now you also have your KYC option. Do you want to ask for KYC, or do you want your users to just go on direct? Then also you have your logo. You can upload your logo. All you have to do is click on browse, select your logo, and you change your image. Okay, and don't forget to always click on save settings when you are done. Okay, so now up next we're going to go to users. Okay, we're going to see how we can manipulate how we can see. So up next we're going to go to all users. We're going to see how we can actually manipulate each user's account. Okay, so now you can see this is the user that I have registered here. This is my balance, this is my account type, my status is active, and this was the day it was created. Okay, so I'm going to view and I'm going to see all the details right here, details that can actually be changed. Okay, so details that can actually be changed to anything that I want. I can also come here, change the name of change the account address, change the account type, change the date of birth, change the SSN. I can change basically everything here. And then also remember when I was making a transaction, it asked for OTP. Okay, it did not ask for COT, tax, IMF. No, it asked for OTP. Now why did it do that? It did that because billing code had actually been deactivated for this particular account. Like I told you, the admin can actually deactivate that for each user. Okay, so it's not one user for all. The admin can actually deactivate it or activate it for each user. Okay, so now you see that's the reason why when I was trying to make a transaction, it asked me for just OTP and not COT, IMF and the rest. Okay, so if that's what I want, if I want that billing code, that billing process to be there, all I have to do is come here for this particular user and click on okay. And now also transaction, when you're making a transaction, do you want the user to say, this account cannot make a transaction, this account has been frozen, or this account is inactive, this account is transactions are not allowed for this particular account. Okay, so if you want transactions to actually be stopped for a particular account, you can actually come here and you can click on off and you turn it off. So that particular user is going to see an error message when they try to make a transaction. Okay, and then also loan. Okay, now so you see you have the COT code, you have the tax code, and you have the IMF code. So you, from the admin side, you can just copy this and then you send to each user. Okay, and then you can see the state, you can see the ID number and all that. You can also change the user's password and the user's pin. Also you can see KYC status is deactivated. If I want to set it up, I can actually set it up from here also. Okay, now, and once I'm done with all that, all I have to do is click on update accounts and we are good to go. Okay, all I have to do is click on update profile or update account. If I change the password, click on change password. So always ensure that you click on updates so that your changes can actually be saved. Okay, and then also as an admin, I can actually create a new user straight from my admin dashboard. Okay, instead of going through the main process of the website, I can actually just create a new user straight from my admin dashboard right here. Okay, so that is going to be all for the user dashboard and then the admin dashboard. So up next, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up this bank on your own cPanel in less than 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how you can set up your own bank in your cPanel. Now ensure you've gotten your domain name and your hosting. So once you've gotten your domain name and your hosting, you have access to a cPanel. And once you've gotten your cPanel ready, all you have to do is go to your file manager, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you step by step through the process of how you can actually set this up on your own cPanel. Okay guys, so now this is my cPanel. This is my file manager in my cPanel. Like I said, get your domain name, get your hosting, and then you can get access to a cPanel so you can start building your site. Okay, so now I'm going to let you know how you can get access to this script I'm going to be uploading here at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So now this is my cPanel. Now, one thing you need to take note of is when you're installing this, make sure you're installing it in either you're installing it under a domain name or you're installing it in a subdomain. Do not use a subfolder for this particular script. Okay, so either you install it under a domain name or in a subdomain, not a subfolder. Okay, so now I'm going to upload mine. I've already created my subdomain. Okay, I've already created my subdomain, so I'm just going to upload my script right into my subdomain that I have created. Okay, now so one thing you need to take note of is when you are uploading to your cPanel, ensure this turns green before you leave this page. Okay, ensure this turns green. If it's blue and it's 100, do not leave the page. Ensure it turns green the way this one is before you leave the page. So now I can click on this so we can start configuring immediately. Okay, so I'm going to reload and I'm going to see my file right here. Okay, so this is what I just uploaded. Now I'm going to extract this. Perfect. Now I'm going to reload. Okay, now I don't need this, so I can delete this right here. Now I'm going to go into this domain name. Now ensure you do something when you get to your cPanel. Number one thing you should do is go to your settings right here. Go to settings and then show hidden file. ensure your show hidden file is ticked, okay? Because if you don't show hidden file, your html file is not going to be visible, and if it's not visible, your site is not going to work properly. So ensure you show your hidden file, okay? And then you click on save. Mine is already shown, so I can click on cancel. Okay, so now we're going to go straight into configuration. Now for this configuration, there are two things we need. We need an SQL folder, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to search for SQL. Okay, I'm going to choose SQL database wizard. Okay, and I'm going to call this Union DB. I'm going to click on next step. And I'm going to click on Union User. Okay, and I'm going to fill in my password. Okay, I can generate a password right here. Okay, I can generate a password. All I have to do is copy this password and fill it into my config file. Okay, your config file is under include, so go to include folder, and then you see config.php. We're going to come here, we're going to click on edit, and then we are going to fill it in right here. Okay, we're going to fill it in right here. Now this is the username, this is the password, and this is the database. Okay, so I'm going to fill in my database name, my password, and my username right here. Okay, so all I have to do is copy my password here, and I'm going to fill it in right here. Okay, then I'm going to click on create user. So now that is created, we're going to fill in our username and our database. Okay, so I'm going to select this user. I'm going to come to my config file, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to copy my database name, and I'm going to come here, and I'm going to put it right here. Perfect. Now you see, that is all you need to change here. Then I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to change this to my domain name. Okay, I'm going to change this to my domain name. Now my domain name, remember I used a subdomain, so this is my subdomain that I used, union.codedexpert.top. okay, so I'm going to come here, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, and I'm going to put that right here. Okay, then also I'm going to change this to my email, the email I want my site to show. Okay, I'm going to change this to the email I want my site to show. So I'm going to say support@codedexperts.top. okay, then I'm going to change my phone number to this. Okay, now perfect. Now remember to always click on save changes when you are done editing. Okay, remember to always click on save changes when you are done editing. Okay, now one thing that we did not do is this. Now if I go up here, you're going to see this is my subdomain. This is the file directory of my subdomain, but my files are not directly on the file directory. Instead, they are inside the folder, so I need to move them out of that folder, and that's the reason why my site is showing like this, because it's inside a folder. Okay, so now we're going to move it out of that folder. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to click on move. Then I'm going to move it straight into the directory of my subdomain. Okay, so I'm going to click on move files. Perfect. Now when I click up one level, you're going to see all my files have moved up here. Now one thing we need to do again is upload our SQL file into our database. Okay, so now I'm going to search for PHP, and I'm going to locate PHP my admin. Then I'm going to click on it. It's going to take me to this page, and then I'm going to locate my SQL, my database, the database I just created. Okay, so I'm going to locate that right here. This is it, Union DB. Okay, good. Now I'm going to import, and I'm going to import the SQL file for this particular script. Now this SQL file can be found right here. Okay, it's part of the files that will be sent to you, and you can see it right here. So all I have to do is download it, and I can have access to it. So I'm going to click on browse, so I can search for it on my system. Now this is it right here. Okay, and I'm going to click on open. Perfect. So I'm going to click on import. I'm going to scroll down and click on import. Okay, perfect. Now import has been successfully finished. Perfect. Now up next, what's the next thing we're going to do? If we refresh our page, if we refresh our domain name, you're going to see that our site is up and active. You see, in less than 30 minutes, you can have your site up and active in less than 30 minutes. Okay, now you can see this is the front end. This is the front end, and you have your back end also. When you click on banking, you get to log in. You log in with your email or your internet ID. Okay, you can log in with your email or your internet ID. Now I'm going to show you how you can actually change your admin password. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can change your admin password, how you can configure your admin to suit what you are doing. Okay, so now I'm going to come to the database. Okay, this is the database right here, UnionDB. Okay, so I'm going to go to my admin table. Okay, I'm going to click on my admin table, and I'm going to see my admin details right here. Okay, now this is my admin detail right here. I'm going to click on edit. Perfect. I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to change this to whatever I want. Okay, first name admin, second name developer. Okay, my image. Now I'm going to change this to my admin email that I want. Okay, so let's say mail@codedexpert.top. Okay, and I'm going to change my password. Now this password is encrypted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. I'm going to put the password I want. Then I'm going to come here. I'm going to scroll down and look for encrypt. I'm going to click on encrypt, and that is all I need to do. Click on go, and you are good to go. Okay, so now that is all you need to do to actually get your own online banking website up and running in little or no time. Okay, so now this is all you need to do. So we've come to the end of this particular tutorial. Now this script is going to be made available for you. All you have to do is read the description on this video, so you can easily get this script sent to you ASAP. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Have a great day, and God bless.